We have my speciality, the covert narcissist. And you know the way I feel about it, I feel that they're deadly cold in their agenda and that they always have an agenda. Whether they know it or not, I don't know how much of it is actually conscious. Sometimes it's conscious and sometimes it's subconscious, what they actually do. Because the covert narcissist actually likes to think of themselves as a good person. They know that they're not, but they like to obliterate that most of the time. And when they need to do things that they know are wrong, they justify it the way they always do, by projecting the blame onto the other person, and the other person makes them do it. So, the covert narcissist is, on the whole, a very agendized person. One of my favorite words. Whether it exists or not, I don't know. So the way I see it, this is the best way I can get it across to you, is the narcissist will have a need and they will target the person that they want to go after. Now, I won't go into all the attributes that person will have. I'm going to make another video on that. It's the back of my mind. There are so many videos there that I want to make. So they're the predator and we were the prey. Not anymore. We were the prey. Except we're not an animal, we're a human being. So they can't just go out and chase us around a forest, much as they might like to. We're a human being, so they need to capture us in a different way. So the way they capture us is they have a toolbox of weapons, what I call imprisonment weapons. They target us. They first of all will give us a huge amount of pleasure to entice us in. It's like leaving meat for the animal to bring them towards you. When they have brought us towards them in the love bombing stage, they need then to basically put the stakes of the tent in around us and embed us with them. So what they'll do is they'll use their toolkit of the gaslighting, the triangulation, and all the other methods that they use to hunker us down, to basically make us a prisoner, make us their prisoner in a prison with no walls. Like in a corral, which I know you have in big ranches in Australia and America, in a corral with no fence. So we are a prisoner of theirs psychologically, but not physically. One of the main things or weapons in their armory, in their toolkit, is their family of origin. And if you think about it, a narcissist, people suffering from the narcissistic personality disorder, have a serious personality disorder. This is a seriously destructive defensive mechanism by which they live their lives. And it didn't just happen to them. It's not just a small thing. It totally has changed their lives and affects anyone who interacts with them. It's their whole construct as a person, as an adult person. And this construct was created normally or usually in a family unit that is highly dysfunctional, where you'll often find maybe a whole family of narcissists, or you'll find a family that have some narcissists, some codependents, some enablers, codependents, and maybe even an empath. But the family structure is highly important to the narcissist. It's where they get their support, the support of their construct, Whether people in the family fight with them, whether they criticize them, they're part of a family dynamic that comes from a huge amount of dysfunctionality. But if they're maybe the alpha narcissist in the family, for instance, or even if they're not, you'll find that the family is very close usually, even though there may be a lot of interfighting within them. They usually have a strong family structure, dysfunctional or not. This is just what I've found now. It's only my opinion. As with everything, no two narcissists are the same. Everybody's different. They're still people. But what is the same is their patterns and their cycles and their dysfunctionality. So if you have a different experience, that's totally fine. This is just the experience of the narcissist who uses their family as one of their main tools of manipulation. Others prefer other types of tools and will concentrate more on them. But this tool, when used, is highly effective and can have a devastating effect on the victim later on in the relationship, transactionship. So basically, the narcissist will bring the victim to the family at some stage in the love bomb, particularly if they feel that the love bomb needs reinforcement, that the victim might be having some doubts, or that they really want to embed them quickly to extract whatever resources they have come to that target or victim for. So they bring the victim into the family unit, the family of origin. And the family of origin, from experience of the narcissist, will know exactly what's going to happen to you. In their minds, even if the narcissist has not had many relationships with people that they've brought back to the family, they'll know from experience, if you're not the first or the second, that your time is limited, that the relationship will go the way of the others, because they know the narcissist will follow patterns. But it's like the narcissist bringing the narcissistic family of origin food from a hunt. Look who I've managed to get. Let's play with her or him. And each in their own dysfunctional way will either enable or play with the narcissist victim. They will welcome you into the family like you're a celebrity. They will also love bomb you, which totally and utterly adds to the narcissist's love bombing. And if you've any doubts about red flags that you may have seen with the narcissist, if they have an empath in the family or another narcissist love bombs you, it totally relaxes you and makes you disperse the red flags you've seen, because you see this wonderful person in front of you, like their mother or their sister, and you start to think, oh, these people are really, really loving, they're really nice, and if he has a sister like that, or a mother like that, or a father like that, it reassures you basically, and you feel that you get on really well with his family, and it adds to your feeling of security and assuredness that you've met the love of your life because you get on so well with his family. It's a very dangerous and very effective tool in the covert narcissist's arsenal of tools, because it firmly embeds you in there. And then as the devaluation starts, if you bring that to the family members and ask them for advice about it, they'll munch on you. They will love becoming part of the dynamic it's entertainment, it's validating for them, depending on who they are, the codependent, enabler, the empath, or the narcissists in the family. It provides them with food, and they all take a big munch out of you. Unfortunately. So they also keep you in the family unit. So it's also somewhere where you may look for advice or become more involved in, and it's one of the steps of the future faking that they do, which is another tool in their arsenal. If you feel that you're developing relationships within the family of origin, it adds to your security, but it also adds to your feeling that you definitely have a future with this person. So I hope that answers the question for you in relation to why they introduce you or why they get you so involved with their family. Now, in a normal, loving, romantic relationship, people can get very involved with families as well. But there's not the same agenda there. And it doesn't have the same fallout when you actually get discarded or leave the narcissist. Because I tell you a bit of personal experience that happened to me. And I won't negate the fact that I really enjoyed some of my time with the narcissist's family. And I did form a good relationship with one member of the family that has lasted. I am wary of it, but it's lasted. The narcissist's mother was so loving to me, it's just not true. She would give you a big hug and a big kiss on the lips every time you'd come to visit, and this was over a 2-year period. I spent a lot of time with her, staying over weekends, and I would sit and talk to her for hours on end, and I actually thought we had a friendship that went beyond myself and her son. And she said to me, "You're like a daughter to me." Now, as soon as the discard happened, I was obliterated. So it's like you have the loss of the narcissist and a new family structure that you fitted into. It is enough to take a person out. It really is enough to want you to get you into a very, very, very low state. A total state of confusion, a lot of rejection going on there, and a lot of conning, and a lot of using of a person. So the family unit is, to summarize, the family unit with a narcissist is hugely important to them, and it's a dynamic, effective, and emotive tool that they use to make you feel secure in the relationship, to further embed you, and to future fake with you. And that's the purpose of most covert narcissists introducing you and getting you very involved in their family. Unfortunately, it's sad because you do form relationships, and sometimes good relationships, with the family members. But there's a high degree of dysfunction there that's going to be extremely dangerous to you by doubling up the pain of the narcissistic discard if that happens, or making it doubly hard for you to actually leave the narcissist and discard them.